Hello, Badger Stormers. What's going on? It's Badger Storm here, and welcome to my top 5 most terrifying zombies, or infected, in Dying Light. Dying Light is a 2014 zombie game that has had DLCs and expansions and updates up until about 2016, I think. And I recently game shared the game from the legendary Ginger Chipmunk on Xbox One. So let's start this off and go right into number 5, in which number 5 is the Viral. Now, Virals are really fast zombies that, in the actual lore of Dying Light, they are the zombies that just turned, so they just got infected and just turned into zombies. So they still have some of their human qualities, like running and climbing up buildings, and they look very human-like. And when people turn in the actual campaign, this is what they turn into initially. They won't turn into biters. They turn into virals because they just turned. So virals eventually, in lore terms again, they do slowly become less human-like and turn into normal biters, but virals are definitely terrifying, and they're a lot worse than just normal biters. Why they're so bad is because they are attracted to sound. I mean, normal biters are too, but virals can run really fast, and you're not really safe from them if you're regularly using guns. So I would recommend bring something like a sword and just kind of, kill them with fast-moving swords. Not even slow-moving swords can really kill these guys easily, unless you know how to evade well, which it's pretty difficult. So yeah, number 5 again is virals. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 is the Toad. The Toad is not really that intimidating when you get to the later game and you get a bunch of legendary weapons. Like, the Toad isn't really that frightening then, but in the beginning of the main campaign, the Toad can just end you. Like, when you have no long-range weapons and there's no cover, you're just gonna die to the Toad. There's no saving you from the Toad. So what the Toad is, it basically shoots, like, I want to say it shoots these gas bombs, but I'm not really sure. I mean, it just fires a bunch of toxicity at you, and it can be really annoying and really difficult and just straight up terrifying at night in the base game, like in the original first few missions in the campaign. And yeah, Toads, when they're indoors, they're probably even worse, because if you're just in a long corridor, yeah, the Toads are gonna kill you, and they can even really melt you in the following two, when you're driving your car and then you just get blasted by Toad, whatever they shoot, like gas or something. Yeah. So the Toads, number 4. Number 3 is the Demolisher. Now, the Demolisher is a large boss-like zombie that, well, it looks like the Hulk and acts like the Hulk, and it can just basically charge you, and it's sometimes, like, or it mostly has armor, and this armor makes it just deadly infected to deal with. Mostly this thing is more dangerous in the following, as there's no rooftops, but still, even in the original game, this thing doesn't come in as much, but when it does, it is extremely intimidating, and you just don't want to mess with this thing. Like, just by looking at it, you know that you most likely will die, just by looking at the size alone. This thing is... you have to kill the armor, and it's just not to be messed with. You have to take out the armor first, and then you can attack it, but it still has a lot of health even after the armor's gone. And just focusing it will, in one area, will help you a lot. But melee weapons, if you are running a melee build, and don't have any ranged weapons on you, I don't know if you can kill this. I would just rather run away and just forget that you ever saw the thing. So yeah, number 3 is the Demolisher. Number 2 is the Screamer. I remember the first time I saw this, it scared the JJ juice out of me. Like, this thing, what? It's a child that was infected, like, it looks like a 4-year-old, and it screams, stun you, and you can't use any weapons, and you have to go, and you can't sprint either, and all you can do is go over there and then just choke the thing. And you even get an achievement too for choking your first Screamer. This thing, like, initially when you first see it in the campaign, or I don't want to give any spoilers, but if you don't get terrified by that, I'm sorry, but you must have a heart of testicle juice. But yeah, anyway, the Screamer is number 3. Or number 2, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Wow. I had to just mess up. Just thinking about it is making me mess up. All those times it killed me in that one final mission with Ryan. Moving on to number 1. This is the scariest zombie, or infected, or whatever you want to call him, in Dying Light. And it's number 1 for a reason. This is, of course, the Volatile. Now, Volatiles, you may wonder, like, aren't they just nighttime zombies? They're not really that intimidating. Like, you can just sneak around them and never engage them. Well, guess what? You're wrong. Okay, you can just sneak around any infected in this game, but these are probably the hardest to sneak around, and these are the ones that you have to sneak around to survive, basically, because there will just be, like, five volatiles will just randomly jump you out of nowhere. If you turn your back to one, you're probably gonna die. And I don't even know. So, the actual in-game lore of these things is that they are heavily mutated, infected, and they take humans into their hives, or these, like, volatile nests, which are in the following, by the way, and which are impossible to complete, and they basically just grow these humans into volatiles. And there's a mission where one of the companions, what is the word I'm thinking of? One of these, like, people that are in the game, I don't even know. But he gets turned into volatile, and you have to put him out of his misery. That's in the following, by the way. And you go down into the nest and have to kill him. So then you learn that volatiles aren't just, like, subjected to... They aren't just, like, I don't really know how to describe it, but you won't really expect them to be humans first, but then you learn that they are at first humans. And then these things just become 10 times more disturbing. Like, these were once humans. These things. And these are just a nightmare at night. And these are the reason, these are the main reason that the night is so feared, and that the night is why you want to stay inside. Any infected that can try to, like, the entire purpose of these things is so that night is more terrifying. And I'm kind of rambling at this point, but these things, just look at them. Look at the... Yeah. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, drop a like, Jake Paul, Badger Stormers, and remember, you're all luxurious molesters.